Good day, people. It's your boy Warren L. Booker Jr. I'm so excited. We have a very special guest with us here today. But before we do that, we're going to start in good potluck fashion with our opener.
What's on the menu today? The table is set your way. Sit down and have your say. Bon appetit.
Welcome to the Potluck Webcast with Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr.
Let's eat.
Alrighty, like I just said, people, it's time to eat. And I am so excited. I'm so excited with our special sous chef that we have. But however, before we get started, we're going to start off with good potluck fashion with our appetizer, which is vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. And vision without action can change the world. And that was by Joel A. Barker. The book of Kabbalah for today is as such. Having a vision is only part of the task. Execution is the ultimate task. Again, having a vision is only part of the task. And execution of the vision is the ultimate task. And that's from your boy, Dub B. Now, our featured menu items today is Vision to Reality. And we're going to talk with my special sous chef. I meant to bring him in later, but he's already on the screen, Mr. C. James Humphrey. And might I add to that, model, actor, filmmaker, producer, director. I mean, it's a lot of other stuff that probably goes along with that title. So people, please welcome our sous chef, Mr. C. James Humphrey. Thank you so much for joining us, C. James. Welcome to the potluck table. A lot of people have graced this table, and I plan on many more gracing this table. Now, I set a personal goal out this year to have at least 3 stars on the show. So we ended with Miss Hattie on last year. So I'm beginning with my first star by having you here at the table with us. So thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. And somebody say, hey, my cousin C. James, that's Sequoia, who is also my classmate. Cheryl D. Jackson Golden stated, oh, the two of you. Yes, it's the two of us. The two of us. Warren and C. James at the table. Thank you all so much for joining again. Please like, tag, and share this video because we have some good stuff we're going to be eating tonight. So, I mean, if you want to get full, stay on again, like, tag, and share it. So, again, C. James, welcome to the table. Now, I don't think you need to tell the people who you are, but just in case, do that at this time because everybody, C. James, C. James, C. James. But go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. Got a whole bunch of friends and family members all across the state. I'm very social, sort of. I guess I've done a lot of things what makes me social. I've done a lot of acting, modeling, commercials, stage plays, movies, the night. I've also done bartending. That's how I know a lot of people as well. Went to Little Rock Central High. Graduated with my bachelor's degree from Arkansas Baptist College. Got my master's from Strayer University in business administration. That's me, man. I'm the cool guy that I try to stay back and think to myself and chill, but I try to make the mental think just a little bit.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. And as I think about how we met, I think the first time I met you, I know I was working with Coffee. I don't know if it was the calendar release that she did, because at that time, I was really buff. I was buffer than everybody else that was on there, but they didn't pick me. So they picked y'all, and I think they had me maybe working the door or something like that. But,
I think Ebony called you to be Ebony Man in the Month. I think that you didn't have time to do it. It was being Ebony Man in the Month. It was too little for you.
Okay.
I think when we first met. When we first met, I was working with Coffee on the another film, my first film with her, and you were kind of like you were like my mentor and coach acting coach.
Okay.
He worked with me on that. Yeah, it was like 14 years ago, man.
Oh wow.
14, 15,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, was that loyalty or freedom?
It was
Freedom?
freedom.
Okay. Yeah. Because we've been at this thing a long time. And when you kind of just sit back and look, and you again, you meet a lot of good people in the process. And I'm just honored to see how, we all started with humble beginnings, or like doing commercials, doing films, and now everybody's branching out and doing their own thing. So I'm just so thankful to have you as an acquaintance, as a friend, as a fellow filmmaker. Now, today we're talking about vision. And I just kind of want to share with you, of course, we're not talking about vision. We're talking about like having an idea and then eventually getting to the point of executing that. So I'm just curious, like, what is that process like for you? Like when you receive a vision, like how does it happen? How do you go about writing it out or executing it? What is that process like for you?
Honestly, with me, typically when a vision comes to me, I'll speak it into existence.
Okay.
And I'll kind of talk with some of my peers that I'm very close with. I'll say, man, I got this that I want to do. I think I want to do. And I know a lot of times people say don't tell everybody your vision, because they'll sometimes shoot it down and stuff like that. But I see it as once I put it in the air, I'm gonna do it.
Gotcha.
So I don't care about they typically I'm around positive people, so and they'll give me good feedback. So I'm not I'm not gonna speak it into existence unless I really believe in it, and I'll tell them I'm thinking about doing this. Then of course they say write it down, make it plain. So I'll start doing some research on it, and what can I do to improve it, make sure I execute it if I do decide to pursue it. And I've spoken into existence, I want to do this, so I started doing my research and seeing what can I do that's different from everybody else, or take from other people and apply that, and how can I make it mine. Yeah, so I came up with the idea of, I got tired of big productions coming here to Little Rock, Arkansas, and they would come here and they would utilize some of us, but we would always be extras.
Right.
We wouldn't be the principal talent. Not to say that we're not deserving of it, but it's somebody here that's deserving of it. I'm not saying it's necessarily me, but when it came to people of color, honestly, I felt like we didn't get a lot of opportunities, period, when it came to Arkansas. So it may be, one or two roles or one or two people appear in the film that, they might have employed 100 people, Right. But I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just do something for us, about us, by us. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna start my own production company. So I started I came up with my name, and I wanted to keep my name that I had used on Facebook for a documentary I shot. Okay. So I made that into my production company. And then I actually started writing the script January, like mid-January of 2020, before the pandemic hit. And then I filed for my LLC like a little bit afterwards, like late January. And by like February, March, I had like 70, 80 pages that I wrote. Yeah. Wow. But like I said, I had already, I sat down and thought about it in like December, what I wanted to write about. I was like, okay, everybody, we need something that's going to give us a relief, and we can laugh and talk. But I wanted to be different. I wanted to kind of show a black male's point of view or perspective in a romantic comedy, which we don't see that a lot. And then I also wanted to make sure I write it to where it's starting conversations, get people to talk, and having people look at it like, well, I never heard anybody say something like that, or I never thought about it like that, or I've never seen a movie that shows things in that type of light or that way. And the way they speak is different, but I understand where they're going. And, you know, a lot of people, they like Tyler Perry, a lot of times with his movies, they don't necessarily show the black male in the positive light. Usually, you know, they're abusive and, you know, a lot of that sometimes. And I wanted to kind of show the black male in a different kind of light. Not to say that, you know, he was perfect, but, and that's what I wanted to make it realistic as well. So, I just took a lot of experiences that I witnessed and saw and I experienced, and I was like, I'm gonna write a romantic comedy. And I wanted to write it to where it's, like I say, it's different. And I would never forget Malcolm D. Lee talking about the best man and how a bunch of production companies or you know, passed on the movie because they could not fathom or understand how educated, successful black people could curse and say the N-word.
Wow.
And the fact of the matter is that a lot of us do, you know.
Yeah. Educated, uneducated. Yeah.
Facts, exactly. And we're not a monolith, and you know that's how they thought. That you know, that educated black people don't speak like that. You know, so I wanted to go against the grain and start something and have, all right, they're gonna curse, they're gonna say the N-word, but everybody's gonna be portrayed in a nice image, so they're going to have a successful career, make good money, and their appearance is gonna be good. Everybody's gonna be dressed up all the time in suits. You know, that's what they do. They're in the office. So that's kind of how I started, where I wanted to go with that vision, and I just started writing and telling stories. I know I could tell stories, so it came together, and that's how I decided to go about it and do it.
Okay. Yeah, and kind of the end of what you're talking about is like code switching. We, as African Americans in America, we do that every day, all day. Turn it on, turn it off. Now, you gave us a lot of good stuff at one time, so I was taking notes. I'm going to back up a little bit. You came in, served some hot fish, and then now they got room temperature, but I'm going to back up just a little bit. So, like, with your vision, you were saying that you speak it, you put it in the atmosphere. And people don't realize there's power in the tongue. That's why I continue to speak that I'm going to be a millionaire. There's power in our tongue. And then also, you say you talk to someone. I think you should always have, like, wise counsel that you can talk with. And they'll let you, like you said, you have good people in your corner. They're going to tell you the truth. Because I know for myself personally, sometimes my visions are, like, way in left field. But I really believe in order for you to be different, or to even be real successful, you have to do something that's never been done before.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you say that you write it down. Again, that's that execution. And you kind of write kind of fast, because like for me, sometimes I may write something, it takes me 2 or 3 years to write it, but I have to do it when it's organic. I don't know if that's my ADD or whatever, but you write it down and then you make it your own. You even said you may adopt from some other people, some of the stuff that they've done, but you make it your own. Again, I honestly believe there's nothing new under the sun. That's in the Bible. But yet still, we can revamp and retwist, just like recipes, since this is the potluck. You know, I can take and I can add a little garlic powder and make it totally different. Or add some food color and make, make some blue velvet muffins or something like that. So I definitely like that. Also, you mentioned about the Arkansas talent. And again, there's definitely a certain company that existed. And they may have come back, but I know that they will always fly people in from New York and different places. And I'm right here, like, I know, I'm talented. There are a lot of people that are here. So again, some people just talk about what doesn't happen, but like you made it happen for yourself. And sometimes that's just what we have to do. Now, you also mentioned your company, and what's, they being based off of your first documentary. What's the name of that company?
Into the Sunset Productions.
Okay. And I remember that production because I went to your movie premiere, I think at Fountain Blue or something like that years ago. Yeah.
It was at the point of Brody Creek.
Yeah. So, you're sticking with it. So you even talked about your vision with the movie. But for that person that may be out there, people are saying congratulations. For that person that may be out there that has a vision, but they don't know how to execute it, they don't know if they have a circle of people that they can talk to, what advice would you give that person or those people?
All right, I said I did research. So what I mean by that, like I did a lot of YouTubing.
Okay.
I did a lot of Googling. And I'm not really a person that's like you say, we kind of been at this for a while, so I kind of had an idea how to go about it. Kind of. I didn't go to film school. I didn't, none of that. But I actually approached this idea of this movie with the business mindset. So I picked a target audience of African Americans between the age of 25 and 50 that I wanted it. Like I say, those who like movies like Best Men, Boomerang, Two Can Play That Game, Brown Sugar, stuff like that. And I wanted to kind of bring that type of nostalgic back, but also kind of put a twist on it, like I say, with the Madea type twist into it, the Tyler Perry. And I also had the mindset of, like I say, Tyler Perry, own your stuff, Master P, own your stuff.
Right.
And I came to the table fully prepared to distribute it myself. Because like I say, I'm a business major, so I knew who I was going to target and who I was writing the movie for. People that's like me and like those type of movies that look like me. And I knew I could do that type of movie, so I had to write something that would be that I can do on my type of budget. So I was like, I don't have to spend a lot of money to do that type of movie because I know I have access to this. So like I say, I knew I could get this for this price and this price. And like I say, I didn't just write a story and was like, I don't know who I'm gonna shop it to. Like I already knew what I had access to when I was writing the movie. I was like, okay, I'm gonna shoot this in this scene. So when I'm writing this scene, I'm gonna shoot this scene in this house. So when I'm in this house, we're gonna do this, and this because I knew I could get that. So I didn't have to just I wasn't just writing from my imagination, which I my first script that I ever did, I wrote from my imagination, and I was trying to shop that around. I quickly realized that if you don't have a name or you're not somebody, like it's just hard to just sell that idea and get people to look at your script. So I was like, all right, I just got to do something my own, and then show them that I'm serious and I can do it.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna shoot something in my budget that I have access to that I can do it. Because the other script that I wrote, I was talking about bombs and helicopters and all that stuff. I ain't got that in my budget right now.
Okay.
So I had to write something more realistic that I have access to, and I can use camera tricks and make stuff look how it look and stuff like that. So I approached it with the business mindset. So like I say, I'm not a stranger to the film industry because of course I've been working on it. But researching YouTube, Google, talk to people, get a mentor. Kyle T. Mentor's a mentor of mine. You, Coffee, Sabrina. I've talked to all of y'all and told y'all what I was trying to do, what I was looking at doing, and everybody was like, "You can do it." And that's I'm glad that I didn't have any people that try to tear me down or cancel my dreams, like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that here. People, I don't surround myself with negative people anyway. So first of all, don't surround yourself with anybody negative and don't believe in you. So that's where it's at. You believe in yourself and then surround yourself with positive people. That's where it started. And once you do that, you can do anything. And that's how I couldn't do it by myself. I did do the work, and it's and like you said, we've been at this for a long time. So this is just happened overnight. But I made my mind up that I was gonna do it, and when I do that, I execute it. But honestly, going to grad school and writing so many papers, that made me not afraid to be able to write a script. I'm like, hell, I did 3, 4, 5 page papers every week. Well, twice a week for 3 years. So I'm like, hell, I can write a book or a script if I want to. So like you said, I promise you, like my computer actually went down in March. And I had already had like 70, 80 pages. And like I said, I started writing in mid-January. And I promise you, that was me. I didn't force myself to write. That was me just like, I guess I'll write today. I feel like writing today, and I would sit down and think about stuff. I hate to literally write. With my hand, I hate my handwriting is ugly, but I would sit down and think about stuff. I have a pretty decent memory, so I would put stuff together in my head how I would do it, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down on it and come back to it. And then when I was like, oh, I know how I could do it, and then I go to the computer and then I start typing. So I promise you, like, if I really forced myself and actually said, I probably could have been done with that script in like a month. But that was like, I was BSing a lot, and I like wrote like 80 pages in like the first 3 months, and then my computer went out. I got it fixed, and I was done. I got it fixed probably like a month later, like a month and a half later. So I didn't finish the actual script. I got like to 120 pages in like June, but I took my time getting it fixed. So I mean, I know if it's something that I want, and that's why also too, I'm telling stories that I want to tell. I know a lot of people have been approaching me like, hey man, I want you to write a script. I'm like, I work for me. I might get to the point, I might get to the point where I'm telling other people's stories, but that's how I'm able to write so fast, because I'm telling stories that I want to tell. And I've always been a person that thought about like, if I did a movie, I'll do it like this, I'll do it like this. So I'm doing it now. Like I'm telling stories that I want to tell how I want and from the perspectives I want to. So eventually that's going to come to where, I'm trying to get to a good group of people where we got writers and stuff like that, and we can tell other people's stories. But right now, I'm writing. I got a business plan in my head for certain stories and how I'm gonna do it, and that's what I'm doing right now. But eventually, I get to where I'm helping other people tell their stories. But I'm just telling stories I want to tell.
Yeah, that's you can reach out and get the whole production company. And you mentioned Kyle. And of course, like Kyle is one that I look up to as well. He's a friend, he's a mentor, and like, dude, seems like he can write a whole movie in like 3 days, a full feature. I'm like, I'm not there yet, but that's his style, and it's good to know that he's sowing seeds or whatever. And to back up, you mentioned about doing research. You mentioned about also being specific, and you mentioned business. A lot of people realize that a part of show business is actual business. There's
most of it.
Personally, I like film better, but film is a whole lot more expensive than it is to do a stage play or whatever. So having and people doing business, that's important. That's pretty much in everything. If you're putting on lashes, that's business, whatever it may be, and you have to handle your business. That's why people kind of go under. Like you mentioned, he said, I have my LLC.
Yeah.
That's business. Those are tax write-offs. So on and so forth. It's important, that you handle that. Because you have to handle the business side of it. Because if not, you're going to eventually get into some legal trouble or fail. Also, you mentioned about having your stuff together when you approach people. There are a lot of people out there who are trying, or a lot of people have visions, but you now have something to say, hey, this is my work. This is what I've done. Hey, what's up? Let's work. People start after you say, hey, I've seen your work. Hey, I wouldn't mind bringing you on my television show, or mind doing this or working with you. So I think that's very important. Now, moving on to The Nice Guys Finished Last film. I'm going to play the trailer. But before I play the trailer, because I've had a similar experience with my film, Strange Fruit. When you saw even just the draft of that trailer, can you explain to me like what that feeling was like, or when you saw a C. James Humphrey film, what was that experience like for you?
I was like, it was surreal, honestly. But I spoke it into existence, and I knew it was like, I didn't believe in myself, but it was like, okay, now other people will see what I was trying to show them.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was going to look how it was going to look, because, I put in the work and I got the right people around me to do it. But not necessarily I care about what people think, but like now they'll take me seriously.
Right.
If that makes sense. So, and I was like, when people see this, they'll be like, okay, he's not playing. He for real. Right. So that was like a weight off my shoulders, and I'm like, I put my money where my mouth is. I put in the work, Now, if you trying to get on the boat with me, I've been trying to get you to do it anyways. Now you see.
Right.
You get off the boat like Jesus said. He reached out. Come on, step on out here, Peter. Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
So that I can say that you have a good body of work that is ready for Hollywood, ready for any movie theater. And with that being said, we're going to show the trailer to Nice Guys Finish Last, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how or when you may can expect to get the opportunity to see the full feature film, so on and so forth. So, without further ado, actually, C. James, is your film. Introduce your trailer.
All right. We have hashtag NGFL or NGFL, which stands for Nice Guys Finish Last. By Into the Sunset Productions. It's a C. James Humphrey film. I'm gonna make sure I ingrain that in everybody's head. Into the Sunset Productions, a C. James Humphrey film. So I'm branding myself right now. Into the Sunset Productions. Check us out. Here we go.
Here we go.
These men I hear ain't no good. Lying, toxic, cheap-ass dogs.
Ooh. Sound like someone got in their feelings.
And I'm not hating on you, you know you my boy. Was a successful guy, got a nice job, nice car, nice clothes, and bruh, that attract hoes, period.
She said you are a really nice guy. Sometimes too nice.
Here we go. Usually when people say that, they assume that you don't get angry and you're a pushover. I am far from a pushover, and I always get angry.
You need to handle it right now.
I'm not gonna talk to her, man.
I don't understand how you got so angry. Wish my girl like girls. I wouldn't even be at the club with y'all right now.
That's your problem, man.
I got a problem, but you over here let a hoe put you in the hoe seat.
Look, man, it's the difference between attracting bad chicks and hoes, man. See, the GAAP formula states that assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. Excuse me, I hate to bother you, but what's your name?
Are you following me? You do know that's weird, right?
No. I swear it's nothing like that.
So you mean to tell me the ones that add value are the assets?
Exactly.
And the ones that don't are the pesky ass liabilities.
Tell me again why I couldn't pick you up from your house.
Oh, I don't know. You could have been a convict, a murderer.
Wait, what?
Hey, bro, what you doing with my wife? That's my wife. You with what the?
I'm not perfect. You ain't perfect, and you ain't perfect. Period. Marriage ain't what it used to be. It ain't sacred no more.
I mean, when it comes to love and things like that, you know, guys, they get scared.
No, you got it wrong.
Bible say, when I was a child, I thought and spoke as a child. But now you're a grown-ass man, so grow your ass up.
You didn't say that, man. Where you hear that from? What book?
At page 67, something like that.
He opened nobody about. We saw that on TV.
TJ's.
Call no money, got you drip like this.
So she cheated?
Yes.
Damn! Nice guys really do finish last.
Oh.
So I know you've really seen that 50, 11,000 million times, but each time it's a reminder that your vision has come forward. So I've seen postings every day. People are talking about it. And I see, and you have to self-promote. You have to be your biggest fan. You have to speak Into the Sunset. You have to speak Nice Guys Finish Last. And I even noticed recently, that girl from, I know I messed her name up, but from Love and Hip Hop. I mean, people, when something is quality, they don't mind jumping on. So the question that the people probably have, and somebody said, okay, I need to see this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'll say, if you have any questions of C. James, please put it in the comment section, and I will acknowledge those. But how or when do you think that we'll possibly get a chance to actually see the feature film Nice Guys Finish Last, and how can people support and or follow this movement?
By the end of this month or beginning of June, you will be able to see it. And like I say, this is a what they call it, micro budget film, which means that we're independent. Like I say, and I came fully prepared to do self-distribution. So what I mean by that, for those of you that don't understand, like when you get movies made, you have to get distribution. These distribution companies, they actually take your movie and then put it in theaters and all these different platforms. But I'm trying to be like Master P and go platinum out of the trunk.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm trying to sell. I want people to come directly to me to buy my movie. So the way how I'm gonna do that is go subscribe to IntoTheSunsetProductions.com. You'll be able to stream the movie from the website.
Okay.
And I have a distribution deal coming, possibly if I decide to go that way. But they're talking to me in the works, and I'll also do some premieres. Since we're opening back up, I'll get a theater and people will be able to come and watch it at a theater as well. What I also do is, VIP. We may have some packages or gift bags for people who get VIP. So that's in the works as well, and it's gonna be really nice. Some really nice stuff. Like they're gonna be glad that they got VIP seating and treatment. So that's gonna be nice. So I'm gonna do it that way. But for sure, you will be able to watch it on my website. And like I say, I could put it on Amazon Prime. But FYI, like I say, I'm a business-minded person. How that works, they take 40% of your money. So I would like for y'all to support,
right,
and go to my website instead of Amazon Prime,
and you get
and watch
all.
the movie.
And you get it all.
I get it all.
Right.
So
you go ahead. I'm sorry.
And honestly, if I just got 20,000-30,000 people, which I know is that's very possible. If I got 20,000-30,000 people to support this film, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. So, but I feel like it'll be more than that. I know it will be more than that, but I'm just being modest. So I appreciate everybody that support. Like you say, subscribe to the website. You get all the updates when we'll do a premiere and then release date. And make sure you check us out. Check us out, Into the Sunset Productions. I'm also writing another script right now as we speak. So this is not just the one and done. We got another one. So this one's gonna be a completely different type of movie. So with that being said, don't pigeonhole me into just doing comedies or black movies or anything like that. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different horror, different genres, everything. So just be on the lookout. It's more coming.
So you won't be typecasted.
No, do not. I promise you, I got a whole bunch of ideas I'm putting down on paper that I'm writing right now.
Okay. And one other thing, I can say I had the pleasure of being on the set of the film, and just seeing it as it was being produced and filmed, and it was a professional set. Like I've been on with professional films, and the only difference is there were people that looked like me and people that I knew have been grinding and have been working. We're supporting one another. Because I had a little snippet in the trailer. You guys may saw me face in that, but I was thankful, for that opportunity. So it's definitely quality. And again, like he said, I like the fact that he used micro budget, not low budget, because low budget sounds so bad. But you're doing it yourself, self-produced or micro budget, but you're getting, like $1 million quality. Trust and assurance. I know quality when I see it, and just from the trailer, you can tell that it's quality. And if it don't look like it to you, you need another phone. You need to upgrade your phone because it's definitely a quality film. And also, I want to applaud you, C. James, of being willing to work with others and others being willing to work with you, because sometimes people in this industry can be kind of low down and very selfish, or they feel as if you are going to rise before them, so they want to sabotage and not be a part. And that makes me think about, this quote that I always use, like popcorn. This is politics, we're going to talk about food. Popcorn is cooked in the same pot, in the same grease, at the same temperature. However, all the kernels do not pop at the same time. And that's how industry is. I'm a filmmaker. You're a filmmaker. Kyle is a filmmaker. You know, Steve is a producer. Reed is a casting director. We're all in this pot together, but we may not rise at the same time. But along the way, we're in the pot together and we support one another. That is so important.
And that, I mean, and that's been my mission from day one, is to, you know, I'm always willing to work with everybody and bring everybody up with me, or, you know, tag them along. So from day one, I was like, anybody who wants to, like I had a conversation last night with one of my guys. I say everybody who was able to and willing to commit to the film, I found a role or a spot for them. So and like I say, people may have seen me posting about it, whether they took me serious or not. If they said they wanted to be a part of it, I was like, okay, this where we at, this what we doing.
Right.
And I found them a role. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, I don't have no enemies. I don't hate on nobody or nothing. So if you trying to work, let's work.
Right. And that's to be respected. And again, there were professionals, there were people from all over who were a part of the film to make it be the great product that it is. So, you know, I can't wait to see the full feature. Bless you.
And like I said, I tried to make sure I treated everybody like they were equal, the same. You know, I don't care who you was on set, what character you were. There was people that was on set didn't even know that I was a producer. You know, so.
Yeah,
and I wrote it.
So was one night or something. You would ask somebody like, "Hey, are you here for the film?" Like the night, you know, where they? Yeah, I'm like, okay, he playing. I think the night that we were doing the fitting or something, we were at the hotel.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a good thing, and it just shows that you're humble, and that right there will carry you a long way. Because sometimes getting into this business, people get the big head, but there's somebody. Beyonce said the best, so everybody gets to thinking you're irreplaceable. Because while you may be good, there's somebody that can do it just as good or better. So I think that's very important. And
I'm trying to, like I say, I'm trying to establish a footprint here in Arkansas. Like I say, it ain't just about me. We can all come up together. If you in Little Rock, you in Arkansas, you in the film industry, or want to be in the industry, subscribe to Into the Sunset Productions. We got more coming. We finna work, and we about to turn up. It's gonna be the next Atlanta right here.
Right. We're getting there. Keith said he remembered that night. And also, again, people, if you have questions of C. James, please put it in the comment section, and I can share those questions with them. So with that being said, we've talked about vision, we've talked about your process, we've talked about the trailer and the film. You've already told us that there's something in the works, but there may be someone that's saying like, hey, how can I audition? How can I contact you? How can I be an investor? So do you have contact information? Do you mind sharing contact information on how someone can do that?
Yes. Again, intothesunsetproductions.com. You can go on there, subscribe to the website, or leave us a message. We are doing sponsorship packages. If you want your name in the credits, go to the website, submit your information. If you have a business that you want us to represent in the credits, or put on the banner whenever we do your logo and everything on the banner. Or say, you know, when we for everybody who's VIP, you may want something to put in the gift bags as well, stuff like that. Leave us a message. So we do have sponsorship packages available, and we'll be taking those over the next few weeks. So get it in. Please contact me. And this is not just a local movie, which y'all can already see. Like I say, the lady from Love and Hip Hop posted it, but it's get in. I'm trying to get us all out and have us doing big things here in Little Rock. But go to the website, intothesunsetproductions.com, and I'll have all submit your subscribe, and that way you can contact me through there, and I can reach out to you through there. Okay. And also like us on Facebook, Into the Sunset Productions.
Okay. on Facebook, Into the Sunset. And I can say like the web page is very professional. They respond in a decent time, fast response, and like even being an actor, our call sheets were on there. We had like I think it was a code to get to the script. I mean, it was very professional. Again, I worked on professional Hollywood sets, and it was at that same level. Though it may be local, he already doing it top-notch style. So when you stay ready, you have to get ready. And also, it's for the actors, if they're not quite ready, that gets them used to being on that type of set. Now, we do have one question from a viewer. She stated that, are there any teenage roles coming soon? Actually, that's from your cousin, Sequoia.
As of right now, not yet, but it probably will be some coming. I tried not to work too much with minors.
Okay.
You know, it's child labor laws and a bunch of stuff with that, you know. But it'll be some stuff to come up. It will.
Okay.
Just subscribe to the website. It will. Because like I say, I will be writing stuff. Like, so my first script that I ever wrote was about kids and my football coach, Ed Johnson, in Little Rock, Sunset Tigers, Little League football team. So that'll have a whole bunch of kids and teenagers in it. But I don't know if I'm ready to shoot that right now because, like I said, I was talking about bombs and airplanes and tanks. I ain't got that type of budget. But maybe one day it's coming.
Keep on.
It's coming.
Because I'm the God can do the unthinkable. Like they say, if your dreams don't scare you, then you're not dreaming big enough. So I can feel you on that.
But you know, I like one thing, Charlemagne the God, I always say, sometimes you have to deal with your reality while chasing your dreams. So I work a 9 to 5 while doing all this, you know, take care of and everything. So it is what it is. I'm realistic. I set goals and I go for them. So
I can totally acknowledge that and get where you're saying, getting where you're coming from with that. Now we have one viewer that says, Keith Harper stated, do you plan on directing your own script soon?
Yes. So this actually made me actually I worked on a set with Chris James on a short a couple of months ago. Make sure y'all check that out as well. What's the name of it? I can't think of the name of it right now. That's a shame. I've been doing so much stuff I can't even remember some stuff. But I think it's 21 days. That's it, 21 days. But yeah, check that out. But that made me like want to direct a whole lot more. So I was like, this next film I'll do a lot more directing than acting. But yeah. But like I say, I was cracking a joke. I made a post. I said, call me Tyler Spike Sandler. A lot of these guys, they what I like about all of them, they utilize some of the same people that they've worked with. They write their own stuff and they star in their own stuff and produce their own stuff.
Right. And
Tarantino's like that too, but he kind of look deep. I can write deep too though, because a lot of people was trying to figure out who I was going in this movie, what was going to happen. So I can write a little deep too, but like I say, that's who I'm trying to be like, you know, or modeling myself out there, like doing my own thing, establishing my own self, and if you cool with me, fool with me, because we're gonna all work and we're gonna continue to work. So
right. And I can appreciate all that. And again, it goes to show he's working with other people. Also, I've seen your commercials that you're doing here. Again, multiple streams of income, because I know for those, I think we're signed with the same agent, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So hey, multiple streams of income. You're not too big, too good to do nothing. Hey, money here, money there. You know, and make it do what it do. I mean, I've had people come up to me asking me if that's Success Vision. I'm like, I don't know, that was work. I've had people come to me, you know, you had the surgery. I'm like, okay.
Lately they've been asking, you still selling cars? I'm like, I've never sold cars. I was just in the commercial.
It's acting. I'm an actor. So again, man, you got the vision. You wear many hats. You know, you put them on, you take them off. Like, you know, there may be something, you know, where it comes up and you're just strictly directing, or you are, you know, just strictly acting, and you're capable of doing them all. I know it's a lot harder when you like producer, director, actor, but sometimes you write something that's just for you. So you just like you put the hats on and take them off. But I mean, man, I believe that you can do anything you put your mind to. I'm excited about what's to come. I'm looking forward to supporting, the things that are coming up and vice versa. And of course, that the circle that we have in Arkansas, though we're small, we do support one another. And it's kind of like you're not going to come to Arkansas and you don't hear a Cal Miller or Stephen Warren Young or Warren Booker or C. James Humphrey or Coffee Davis or Chris James. And I probably should start calling names. And there are many others, but I mean, and that's the way that you want it to be. We're a big fish in a small tank. And one day it takes a bus, and we'll invite other people in. Right now,
we just gonna get a bigger tank. We're gonna get a bigger tank.
Right. And we're using our talent because Arkansas has a lot of great talent. A lot of people, kind of come from Arkansas and then they forget, and they only stayed in Detroit for 2 days, and now they're from Detroit. But I know my circle ain't gonna do Arkansas like that, but we definitely have a lot of talent.
See, and that's the thing. I purposely shot everything here in Arkansas, in Little Rock. Like I could have did it elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm purposely putting Arkansas and Little Rock on the map. And wanted to show that off. So that's what
they've done B-roll. And I'm like, man, that's Atlanta, but they're saying that it's Arkansas. They're saying it's Arkansas.
Yeah. Nah, we utilizing real deal footage here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I wanted to be authentic.
Yeah, good footage. And I can't say this being a cast member on the set with C. James and his production company, they feed you good. They feed you real good. We ate real good. And for that, I'm appreciative because I promise you, sometimes people will get you on the set and they will not feed you. So I was definitely appreciative of that. That's probably the fat kid in me, but I was definitely appreciative of that. Nice people.
One thing about that, man, the crazy thing about that is that it's only up from here. That was literally like the lowest, like that's the lowest I started out. Just like it's only up from there. It's only up from there. I'm just starting out. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be way better. I appreciate that. But I'm just letting you know that was a low.
Yeah, well, if that's your low, I'm ready for the high because I mean the low was good. 50% is like some people 100,000%. Because I can't say this, C. James, and we're actually we're at 47 minutes. But I have been on sets before, and I've been an extra. I'm cool with being an extra. I can go from being the lead to being an extra. I'm okay with that. But I have been on some sets where I was treated like an extra. Like other people had catered food, and they were in a air conditioned building, and we were out under a tent in the heat, cold Little Caesar's pizza, even though it's summertime. So that's how we on the food. I'm appreciative of that when a producer says, we're going to treat everybody, nice, And again, I was still getting paid for the other stuff, but it is not about the food, it's about the talent, about the exposure. But it just makes the actor feel good.
Oh, and that's another thing too. I made sure that, like I say, when I gave everybody their credit on IMDb. I don't care if you was an extra, you was whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I gave everybody their credit. And when the girl from Love and Hip Hop posted, she tagged mostly all the people who was the main character. It wasn't just me. I could have made it just about me.
Right.
I could have made it about me, but I purposely had her, put everybody in there. Everybody.
Yeah. And that just shows your heart. And it's, again, like you said, it's only it's only up from here, or it's up from here. So I definitely appreciate you pulling up to the potluck table. You're more than welcome to come back again. I know you mentioned future products, or if you want to do this again, where we invite some of the cast members or whatever, they talk about their role, maybe right before the film or something comes out. Please know that you can pull a chair up to the potluck table, and we could do that. So just know that we're here for you. I'm proud of you. I support you. I'm looking forward to seeing the full feature film. Just keep on. Having your visions, and not only that, but executing and speaking it like you said, and writing it down, confiding in your mentors, and just making it happen. And typically at the end of the show, we have dessert. I mean, because this is right. Or like okay. We have some sweet. We want some sweet. So I didn't even tell you about this, but just leave our audience with some dessert tonight, some type of encouragement.
Encouragement.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't rely on other people to acknowledge or what I'm trying to say, give you the confirmations you need. You know what you want to do, you know what you want to be, do it. Sit out and do it. Don't worry about who liking, who commenting, who sharing. They see it. Keep on putting in the work and it'll come. Just do what you do. Just do it. That's all I'm saying. Just do it. Don't rely on anybody else to support you. Do it. When they see you working hard, they'll come. It'll come. People see you. And then, like I say, it's not all about you. People got lives too, so they can't stop doing what they doing to come, and support you sometimes. So it'll come. It'll come. Just do it. Believe in yourself. Be positive. Surround yourself with positive people, and you're gonna be all right.
So there you have it from C. James himself, your dessert. I mean, he's writer, producer, director, actor, just some of everything. So people, it's an honor again, C. James, to have you on the show. Thank you for just answering the questions that the audience had. Again, you're more than welcome to come back at any time. We're going to be right here at this table. My people can't see it. I'm actually sitting at the table. And one day we'll be able to be live once COVID is, trying to do something. So over that. But and I just thank you.
Make sure you make this shareable so I can share it.
We'll definitely do that. And until next time, you be out, people. I'll see you next week at 7:14. Thanks for pulling up to the table, C. James. And guests, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, tag, and share this video so we can get more pub about Nice Guys Finish Last. Until then, I am your boy, Warren L. Booker Jr., the host of the soon-to-be international webcast entitled The Potluck. Have a great night.